Hello everyone. Here I'm going to talk about SBL, Strategic Business Leader, Professional Series Paper, ACCA. So this paper is very different from rest of the Professional Series papers, and that is considered as a nightmare for some of the students, and many people wanted tips on SBL, how to clear it. Well, despite so much hype of it, I neither took any classes or lectures for SBL, and I use Kaplan book, technical articles, and obviously past papers. I believe these three things. If you do these three things, have a good study book, and have read all technical articles, and done past papers smartly, you can pass it very easily. So I believe this paper is a straightforward paper, and yes, it is different from the rest of the papers. It's of 4 hours and 100 marks divided into 80 for technical knowledge and 20 for your professional skills. For all professional series papers, it is of paramount importance to understand your paper, how the questions are set, and what sort of answer is required, what the examiner wants from you. The understanding of the paper is a very crucial thing. For that, you can go on check on ACCA website. So here, let's move on to the tips area. So first, I'm gonna cover the professional marks area, how to score professional marks. Professional marks include skills like communication skills, evaluation, escapism, analysis, and your commercial acumen. So how can you score in this particular area? So I believe, and this is what I did, and it turned out to be effective. This is what I believe. You analyze the past papers. Take one past paper and read one question, read the answers. You read the requirements and then read the answers, and analyze how the answer is structured, what tone is used, how the answer is presented, and what sort of tone is used in it, because it's very important. 20 marks are for your being professional in the paper, so you have to take it very seriously. You gotta read the past papers because this is gonna help you understand how to answer it. If you don't know how to answer it, you cannot pass SBL. In SBL, your writing skills do matter a lot. If you do not know your audience and how to approach them, then you can't pass it. Because if you are to write a CEO or to a trainee, you have to use a different communication skills. Your CEO is much more aware of the situation, of the current situation or the scenario in the paper is given. The CEO is aware of those things. The CEO, after all, not a trainee. For the trainee, you have to go in depth. So for scoring professional marks, I strongly recommend you guys to analyze the past papers, to learn, analyze them, and learn how the answer is given. Read the question, read the requirement, and then go on the suggested answers. Read it, try to follow the style, and just by reading it, you can learn it. It's very simple. There is no rocket science involved in it. And for further information on professional marks, you can check out ACCA website, or videos are available on YouTube from ACCA. So it's gonna be a lot helpful. Then comes your technical knowledge. Yeah, so many models are involved in it, and it's okay if you do not remember them, because in the paper there is no copy pasting thing. You do not have to describe the models. You do not have to go in the backgrounds or in the details explaining the models. You do not have to do that. You have learned the models, you know them. Now in the paper you have to implement them. Your implementation is what it matters in the paper. Your ability to link your knowledge of the models with the current scenario. If you are able to link the scenario with the knowledge you have, you're gonna pass it. If you're just describing the models, no, then forget it. You can't be successful in SBL. So you should be able to link your knowledge of the models with the scenario. Then, just in case if you're stuck, you don't know what to do, then you can just be like a business leader. The paper is like business leader, so think like a businessman. Feel like you are a businessman, you own that business, now what to do, and just write it down. It's gonna work. It happened with me. I got a stick in one of the questions. So I just did this thing. I started thinking in a normal way. I used my business acumen. I started thinking like if I was the owner of the business, what would I have done it in a situation like this? For example, in my attempt, there was a question with chocolate factory, and their retail shops weren't doing very good, and they were having an online stuff. So opening a retail shop isn't a good option when you are already making losses, and you have like online competitors over there, and more customers are interested in buying online. So there is no point of opening physical shops, right? And you can save the rent, blah blah blah, stuff like that. You have to think in that way as well. So if you do not remember all the models, it's okay. It's not necessary that only one model is to be implemented. You can have a combination of models, and it is also not necessary to name the models. All that you have to do is demonstrate your ability, that you are a business leader. You can handle a situation, you can handle a scenario, your ability to implement, to link those models with the scenario. That's it. It's not something very difficult to do, and you do not have to burden yourself with lots of study materials like reading business reports or any other things. Your good book, I used Kipling, so I'm gonna recommend the same book. Your technical articles and past papers, sufficient. Good, it's all good. These three things, if you have done it sincerely, you can pass it. You really don't have to rush to the tuitions. You do not have to do some extra work. No, it's not required. Just remember these things, and be straightforward in the paper. What is asked, like, be straightforward. Do not just here quality matters, not the quantity or length of your answers. So be straightforward in the paper, and do take care of the professional marks as well. When you read the question, try to understand it. Do not run for answering it. Do not be hasty to write down the things. Just highlight the things, make points, and think like a businessman every year. Best of luck for you guys. If you like my video, subscribe it my channel, and press the bell icon for more tips that I'm going to be uploading. And in the description I've given a link for SPR tips, and I'll be uploading for other professional papers as well. So please do comment and like the video, or you can also dislike if you didn't like it, but please do tell the reason for disliking so that I can improve it in the next videos. Best of luck for all of you guys.